Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we will be talking about How to Train Your Dragon 2. Now, How to Train Your Dragon 2 starts out with the dragon race with um with all the kid Vikings, and here's how you play the race. You have all your dragons and you want your dragons, and then whoever catches the sheep and goes to the finish line with the sheep in hand, they win. So, Astrid actually wins the race, and Hiccup and Toothless are flying, and they are trying to work on Toothless. They are trying to work on a move that Toothless is trying to perfect because, well, he's not good at flying upside down. Let me just tell you, because he drops Hiccup, but he catches Hiccup, and Hiccup's okay. So when they go back to the island, to relax, we find out from Hiccup when Astrid comes to talk to him and asks, where has he been? And he says, out here, because I needed time to think. And 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 and, and, and this is when Astrid says, think about what? I have been avoiding my father, he says. And then Astrid says, why? Because his father wants him to become chief, but he don't think he's anything like his father. You see, because his father's the leader, and Hiccup really doesn't know who he is. And Astrid tells him to be a great leader, you do not have to change who you are. To be a great leader, you have to believe in yourself and in your heart that you're doing the right thing. And right after the conversation is over, we are upon another island where they actually find these dragon hunters, these dragon catchers, and we actually run into this one guy named Eric, who works for Darlaro. I know I'm saying that wrong. I've been trying to pronounce it, but forgive me. I looked it up 5 times, and I still cannot say the name of the bad guy, Darnaro. And so he tries to tell his dad about what they saw in the woods when they get back, and that they ran into and that they ran into this guy named Aaron, who worked for the guy Darnaro, and it turns out way back in the day that Stoic and Darnaro used to know each other because he came up to Stoic's land and he says, let me rule this land and I will get rid of all the dragons. But Stoic said no. And so Darnaro said, how you get along without me here to protect you from all the bad dragons. So, Hiccup's dad Stoic is preparing for battle, and he's about to fight Daranero. You know, for for um for trapping dragons, right? So 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 he gets his man to he tells, okay, I got it wrong. I am so sorry I got it wrong. It turns out that the dragon catchers are catching all the dragons in the land. And so, when Hiccup tells Stoic this, Stoic's his dad. When Hiccup tells his dad Stoic this, Stoic says, keep the dragons safe. Hide them and protect them with your life. He will get no more dragons. Eret will get no more dragons. So, while the dad is over here trying to help everyone protect their dragons by hiding them, Hiccup actually goes to Eret with Astrid. Well, to be fair, Astrid followed him. So, Astrid and Hiccup go to Eret. Actually, go to this guy Eret, and he actually gets captured with Toothless, and Astrid gets captured with Hiccup, and they actually captured her dragon, and they did this on purpose to show that dragons can be gentle. All you need to do is earn their trust. And Hiccup isn't scared of nothing, because he says, I will wait for this. I will wait for this um um Diago, and I will try to reason with him. Because Hiccup did reason because in the first one, if you guys remember, Hiccup did reason with his dad, and all the dragons and the Vikings in the island get along now because of what Hiccup did, taking the stand and showing that dragons aren't that scary. So he thinks if he could do the same thing for Daranargo, that Daranargo wouldn't want to capture dragons from their land or any other land ever again. So they wait, but Stoic follows. And he does try to get him out. And he does, but then they run into a bit of a problem. Yeah. Um, there, there is another huge dragon that comes and takes Hiccup away from Toothless. Then him and Toothless get separated, and Toothless can't swim, so Toothless gets knocked into the water, and Hiccup gets carried away to another island where dragons are free and safe, and they're loved by guess who? Hiccup's mother. Okay, so let me give you a rundown. 20 years ago, Hiccup's mother was kidnapped by dragons. Okay, let me explain to you what happened. 20 years ago, before she was kidnapped, there was a dragon. There was actually a dragon attack. And Hiccup's mother, like Hiccup himself, didn't want to attack the dragon. She just wanted She just wanted to gentle them, like her son does. So, knowing that there was a dragon in the house and Hiccup was just a baby, she thought the dragon was gonna hurt Hiccup. So she ran and left Stellic to fight another dragon because there was a lot of dragons. But she wanted to save her baby, mother's instincts. And so, when she saw the baby near Hiccup, that's when she knew that she just couldn't do it because it wasn't hurting him. And he was laughing and petting it. And so she just thought it was so wonderful, like how the dragons were so gentle and peaceful. Well, she got carried away by accident, and she's been on the island with the dragons ever since. And her and Hiccup actually do end up spending a lot of time together, and they are bonding. And Hiccup teaches her how to fly because Hiccup has a flying suit now, and so he shows his mom that he can fly with his flying suit, and his mother gets to meet Toothless, and it's just a very, very sweet moment. Meanwhile, on the other hand, Astrid is going for Hiccup. So she is loading the boat, and she is going for Hiccup. So they reach the island. Astrid meets the mother, and she really likes her. And they start talking, and they really like it there. It's peaceful there with all the dragons. It's very lovely. And then Stoic comes, and then he sees his wife, and then he says, "You are as beautiful as the day that I met you." And then they begin along so well, like each day. Like each day, Hiccup tells her that, "Mom, we used to hunt dragons, but now we take care of dragons, and we have so many saddles to put on our dragons. It's a lovely place." And so Stoic asks her to come back with them. And she says yes. But then the moment is ruined because Darla, wait, Darrell, Darrello. I know I'm saying his name wrong. Wait, wait, Darrello, the guy who wants to hunt dragons. He finds the secret hiding place. And you want to know why? Because that guy, Irritant, Astrid trusted him. But it's not my girl Astrid's fault. Because he said he's changed. He said he wants nothing to do with his boss anymore. But he still betrayed them because he said what the secret hideout was. And Astrid and all the Vikings are mad. I am mad. And even and even remember how I told you about the twins? Yeah. Well, remember the girl twin I told you about? Yeah. The girl twin that has a twin brother. She had a crush on him, but not anymore, girl. And seriously, I would do the same thing. Like, I'm not gonna have a crush on you when you tried to trap a friend of mine's dragons. Okay? Okay, so we're good. So, with that in mind, and with him trapping the island, and like, and like he, and, and like he, and like he brought his army of dragons, and then he had this one big dragon who can hypnotize little dragons to become evil. So he made his big dragon turn every dragon that they had evil, even Toothless. But at first, Toothless fought it. He fought it so well, but okay, I'm fine. Okay, so the dragons got under the mind control of the big dragon who can control minds. And let me just say, even though they gave it all they got, Hiccup was almost attacked by the dragon, but Toothless stepped in. But then Toothless got mind controlled and killed the father. And then they went back home, had a little funeral, and then they got Toothless back. And it was just so sad because you know Toothless is being mind controlled, but Hiccup is telling him to fight it, buddy. We've been through this. We can get through this. We've been through worse. We can get through this. Fight it. You can fight this. And at first, Hiccup was mad at Toothless. But this is before he knew that the dragon could use mind control. At first he didn't know that because that's why he was mad at Toothless, because he thinks that Toothless did it on purpose. But Toothless didn't do it on purpose. It was the mind control that did, not Toothless himself. Because because Toothless loves Stoic. So Hiccup finds Toothless, and they are in another big battle. They they are in another big battle scene. His mother's there too. Everybody is there. Everybody is there. And Hiccup is telling him to fight it, and then he fights through it, and then him and Hiccup fight side by side to defeat uh fights. They fight side by side to defeat Darico, and they actually end up winning. And all the other dragons, they were just fine. They fought the mind control. And Toothless is out of the mind control now. And Hiccup is back home. And him and Astra kiss for a second time like they did in the first movie. And the best part of it was Astra says, I told you everything works itself out at the end if you just trust your heart. And then Hiccup was like, come here, you. And then he scooped her in his arms and then he kissed her. Oh, and he was knighted chief. Hiccup is now the chief of all the Vikings. And his mother is staying with Hiccup and Toothless. And that is the end of the movie. Bye, and see you guys for How to Train Your Dragon 3. Which is the last movie, I'm sorry to say. Bye.